This video and all content on this channel is performed by a pest control professional, and it is always recommended to hire a pest control pro in your area to perform any pest control in or outside your home. Pesticides can harm you and your loved ones. Anyone who is performing the information in this video is doing so at their own risk. If you decide to try the info provided in this video, please always check with the local laws in your area and read the labels of any product you use. The label is the law. Hey everybody, this is Jason Akers again with Green Acres Pest Control. And today we're going to talk about bed bugs and a mistaken identity. When is a bed bug not a bed bug? Sounds like a riddle. Sounds like a joke. Sounds like something funny people would say. If you like the video, don't forget, give me a thumbs up. If you really like it, consider subscribing to my channel and consider passing this along to your friends, because this is a true story about mistaken bedbug identity, when a bedbug is not really a bedbug. And we're not talking about bat bugs. That's for a whole different show. We're talking about carpet beetles. So what is a carpet beetle? And why do people think they're bed bugs? That's what we're going to address tonight. That's what we're going to address. We're going to talk about it. We're going to discuss carpet beetles and their effect on people and why they get misidentified as bed bugs all the time. And most importantly, how to get rid of them, what to use, what is the most effective treatment to get rid of carpet beetles, and how you can stop these things from tormenting you and maybe even your children. In fact, the story we're going to talk about today has to do with children. I was contacted by a woman through Facebook, and she messaged me. Now, I get a lot of messages on Facebook. I'm not very good about returning the messages because I'm so busy. It's really hard to, with work and children, and I'm a dad. I got a family, 4 children. My youngest is only 5 months old. My oldest is 17. So I got a good gap between all the kids. But it's a lot, taking care of children and also running your pest control business. And so we're going to talk about this one story that spurred this video, actually. And if you have questions and you're curious about, bugs or something you might have, don't hesitate to comment below, or like I said, send me a picture on Facebook if you think about it. Find me on Facebook Messenger, Green Acres Pest Control, and send me pictures or something. Maybe I can help you with your identification of a bug or whatever. But this lady actually had bug bites. Now, bug bites are very difficult to discern on what actually causes the bug bite, so to speak. So let me give you an example. So I get bit by mosquitoes. Mosquitoes love to bite me. They like to eat me for some reason. I must be extra delicious to mosquitoes. I don't know what it is, but they like to eat me up. And I swell up horrible from the bites. Not necessarily because of the reaction. I mean, I do get a pretty big bug bite from the reaction, but it's an allergic reaction, the histamine reaction, whatever you want to call it. But I react really bad from mosquito bites. My wife, not so much. She doesn't react as much as I do, but she also has more self-control. She doesn't scratch them really bad. I have a problem. If I get bit by a mosquito, I scratch myself, and I scratch myself until the bites are swollen and bleeding and sore and blistery and horrible. All right? It's a problem I've got. I cannot not scratch them. I mean, even when we had chicken pox as a kid, I scratched my chicken pox horrible. I would figure out ways to scratch them to where I wasn't actually scratching the sore itself. Like right around it, like around it, like that, where the bite was in the middle, and all kinds of ways just to try to avoid scratching them. But it bugs me so bad. I hate getting eat up by bugs. I've always had horrible reactions, not just mosquitoes, but fleas and ticks and all kinds of bugs bite me. I always have a horrible reaction. So I don't react like everybody else. Not everybody has that same reaction to a mosquito bite. And not everybody's going to have the same reaction to a bed bug bite either. Some people don't even show up. Like if they get bit, It doesn't even show up. They don't have a histamine reaction. They don't itch. They don't scratch. They don't even know they have bed bugs. They just basically live symbiotically with the bed bug in their room. They never even know it's there until somebody comes over and sleeps in the bed, or somebody comes to visit and they get eaten up in another room of the house. And then they're like, wow, I had these bed bugs all along. I had no idea, because they weren't reacting. Not everybody reacts the same. And not everybody swells up the same from a bug bite either. So understand that no one, I don't care who they are, no one can identify a bug that bit you without the actual bug. If you're showing them a bug bite, they're not going to be able to tell you what bit you. Not truthfully. They can only tell you, give you examples of what they've seen, maybe show you pictures. Google has pictures. You can look it up, and they can show you what typical pictures of bed bug bites look like, typically like 3-4 bites in a row, and they're usually like little bitty bites, and they're itchy, and some people claim they hurt or they burn, but basically it's the 2 or 3 bites in a row. Now, this lady sent me pictures of her children's ankles and feet with 3-4 bites in a row. Look just like bed bug bites if you looked on Google, but they weren't bed bug bites. That's the thing. They weren't bed bug bites. What were they? So, carpet beetles. We're going to swing back around and talk about carpet beetles. Carpet beetles are, they go through metamorphosis like a butterfly. So they have the caterpillar stage, or what we call a larva. They have an egg, so the egg starts first. The egg hatches, and out comes a larva stage, like a maggot or a caterpillar. You could call maggots, fly caterpillars. The thing is that they're a little worm that come out of the egg. That worm then eats things like dead skin cells, hair, mouse carcass. If the body of a mouse dies in the wall, they'll eat the hide off of a mouse carcass. I have found them in homes eating deer hide heads, where people had hunted a deer and they had the taxidermist take and put the hide over the skull and stuff, and all the stuff they do with deer heads. And carpet beetles were all over the deer head. I've had a guy that had antlers one time, and the carpet beetles were eating the where it had the tissue and stuff around where the antlers weren't properly cleaned, and the carpet beetles were eating them. So carpet beetles like, I don't know what other way to say, but decaying body parts. They like the skin and the hide, and dust particles. So dust consists mainly of skin cells and hair. That's like the primary consistency of dust. And even in the cleanest homes, dust will accumulate in places under beds, sofas, lazy boy recliners, all the same types of furniture that bed bugs are attracted to, because bed bugs feed on you, and that's where you like to hang out. Well, the carpet beetles like to hang out there too, because they can find all the stuff they need to eat. And no, they don't eat you. They don't crawl across your body and eat your skin cells off of your skin. They eat the skin cells that are in the dust that collects under your bed. And even the cleanest person in the world that dusts all the time gets the dust particles underneath the bed. I've flipped beds up in some immaculate homes and found dust under the bed. It's a real common thing. Now, it's getting less and less common the more people that have Roomba vacuums in their house, because a Roomba will go under the bed and vacuum under the bed, which is fantastic. It's great. It's great to have one of those. They're really good for carpet beetles. They clean up, and they're not very expensive. In fact, I'll link one in my Amazon page, which I have an Amazon page where I talk about all the different pesticides and products that I use in my business. And since we started using our Roomba and having it go under the bed, it absolutely keeps down the carpet beetles. We actually had a carpet beetle outbreak one time, and I thought it was bed bugs. And when I went and flipped the beds up, I realized it was carpet beetles and not bed bugs at all. And so we treated the house for carpet beetles and got rid of them. But my wife has wool sweaters. Carpet beetles like wool. Like I said, it comes from an animal. It's basically the hide of a sheep. It's the hair of a sheep. Carpet beetles like to eat that stuff. So they got into her woolen sweaters, and we're just doing all kinds of damage to those. Made holes in a couple of them, like a moth will. But they ate the holes in it, and then they ended up underneath the bed, eating the dust under the bed. And so I had to treat the house for carpet beetles. It's not very hard to get rid of carpet beetles. It's actually extremely easy. and we're going to go over the chemicals and the methods now in order to get rid of carpet beetles. So what do you use to kill carpet beetles? I recommend Temprid. Temprid is a neonicotinoid. It's imidacloprid. It's an older one. It's a little older than Crossfire. It's been around longer. Works really good for carpet beetles. Actually kills ants. It kills ladybugs. It actually has bed bugs on the label of Temprid as well. The reason I don't recommend Temprid for bed bugs and I recommend Crossfire is because Crossfire lasts for a month and you don't have to treat as often. The label does allow for treatment once a week or once every other week if you want, but you don't have to treat but once a month. Temprid actually says on the label 7 to 10 days you need to do a second treatment. And so it's a lot to do bed bugs, with Temprid. And so that's why I recommend Crossfire. They're both neonicotinoids. They're both non-repellent pesticides, and they're both good pesticides in different ways. Temprid is more of a pesticide for general pest control, like for the control of ants or carpet beetles, ladybugs, stink bugs, other types of things that you typically get around the house that most people are spraying their house for anyway if they're doing their own pest control. And so I recommend mixing it up. Follow the label. The label is the law. Always follow your label. If your label says to mix an ounce to a gallon, mix an ounce to a gallon. If a label says half ounce to a gallon, mix half ounce to a gallon. Follow your label, read the label. In fact, I recommend read the label of the chemical before even purchasing it to make sure that it's something you can handle. Because if not, you need to hire somebody. And it's not going to be that expensive to do carpet beetles. It really won't. It's a general use pest control process. It's not like they don't have to come in and flip your beds. They don't have to come in and treat your box springs. They don't have to treat your chairs and your sofas. You don't have to do that because it's just baseboards. You treat your baseboards. You treat the legs of the furniture where it connects to the floor so the carpet beetles can't crawl up on your furniture. And you treat all around, like I said, all the cracks and crevices everywhere. And that's going to kill your carpet beetles. You're also going to want to treat around your windows, doors, around the outside because carpet beetles do come in from the exterior of the home. You want to treat all around the inside and outside of your home, around the base of the house where the carpet meets the baseboard, or your hardwood floor meets your baseboard, or your tile floor meets your baseboard. Basically, your baseboards and your quarter round. You want to treat that all the way around the edges of your room. And then outside, you treat around your windows and your doors. You want to treat around, the exterior of the home where the mulch meets the wall. In fact, I recommend not even having mulch in the ground. The mulch is going to attract carpet beetles as well, and then they're right there at the house. They're going to come in the house. So don't use mulch. If you do, you want to treat your yard and your mulch beds with a granular pesticide. I usually recommend something like bifenthrin granules. There's lots of different things at your lawn and garden store. You can go to Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart even, and you can buy imidacloprid granules, which is the exact same thing that's in Temprid. And you can treat your whole yard with it, and it will absolutely kill the carpet beetles. It will kill ants and spiders and ticks and all kinds of bugs that cause you problems. In fact, imidacloprid is actually really good for ants. It's a really good chemical for that. So if you're one of those people that gets ants in the summer and the spring, it's springtime, then I would recommend treating your yard with imidacloprid. It's a little more expensive. You don't get as many in a bag. When you get a bag of those granules, it's not that many in a bag compared to like your bifenthrin granules. You can get a big old bag of that for next to nothing. But the imidacloprid's more expensive pesticide, and so it comes in a smaller bag as well. And but you don't have to use as much. It's pretty good. It evens out, honestly. It's a good chemical. I recommend it. It's good, real good pesticide. But anyway, hopefully this will help you. Hopefully you've learned how to get rid of carpet beetles, where carpet beetles come from. What are these things bothering me? If you treat for them and kill them, let me know. I'd like to know that you're successful. I do these videos, honestly, to help. I've been in pest control my whole life. 34 years of my life I've been doing pest control. I've learned a lot over the 34 years and almost 35 years. And I really do enjoy helping others. I enjoy my work. I mean, I was out late night today doing a job for a lady, had some flies in her house. I didn't want her to have to wait until tomorrow morning, and so I just went on out and took care of it tonight because, hey, I'm a superhero, right? I got a picture of me flying down the side of my car, on my car, because I really do feel like a superhero when I'm helping as many people as I do. And YouTube gives me that ability to help you. You're not even in Virginia. Most people who watch my YouTube, they don't live in Virginia. They live out of state. They sometimes even live out of the country. And I like to help people. I enjoy it. It's the best part of my job. So if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you really like it, consider subscribing to my channel. And don't forget, every Thursday night, I have a Skype phone number. I take calls live on the air. You can call in. You can watch the show live. You can listen to other people's questions and answers to those questions. I really enjoy all the people that come out and hang out with me. Shout out to Jennifer Lego, who's my awesome mod. She's my only mod right now, but she does a really good job. Behave yourself, and she won't ban you. She's rough on people. She don't like a bunch of nonsense. So y'all come in, hang out, ask me anything you want, and I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. So y'all have a good one. I appreciate it. And like I said again, like the video, subscribe to the channel so you can catch me when I'm live, and you can catch all these videos that come out when they do. Typically, I release a video on Tuesdays. I do my live streams on Thursdays. So that's my schedule. Y'all have a great one. I really appreciate it, and have a good one wherever you are, whatever time of day it is, whatever time of night it is. Just enjoy life and don't let the bedbugs bite. Thank you, and have a good day.